James, first of all, congratulations to yourself and Dave on your new contracts till the summer of 2026. Just talk us through the thought process in signing those new deals at this stage of the campaign.
Well, thank you for the congratulations. Look, it's been something that in the background has been ongoing from start of January, but like the board and like us, there were more important things going on with a January transfer window and then a loan window. So, look, it's obviously an honour to get the job here in the first place, and since we walked in the building, we've loved every minute of it, and we're enjoying working here. And then when they did approach us to speak about the new contract, then it wasn't something that was going to be hard to do. It was pretty easy, and the only reason it did take time is that we had more important things in everyone's opinion and best interests at heart. Really, were to get the transfer windows out the way, and then we could deal with this. But look, we're honoured, we're privileged to sign the new contract. We're delighted, both of us, and we're looking forward to working for as long as we can at this football club. But look, all focus, as soon as it was signed and you talk about it for a wee while, all focus quickly shifts to what's really important, and that's Montrose away tomorrow.
As you said, Montrose away tomorrow, so how's training been this week?
Yeah, it's been really good, and I probably repeat myself when I sit and say that every week, but they've come in really, really sharp this week. They're, as much as I look back at last Saturday's game, and you can possibly come out and be a bit too harsh when you're raw, when you've still got the game playing in your head, and you look at there were no lackey effort, there were no anything like that in the game. Like the players have gave everything for this football club every single game since myself, Dave, and the rest of the staff come in. That and that's nothing that we could ever throw at them. So on another day, we maybe take a couple of the chances. You get days like that in football, and as a coaching staff, we have to look at ourselves as well. You make substitutes, you change shapes, you then get a couple of injuries. So a lot of things happened in that game. It's not an excuse. We've looked over it, we've watched it, and you just put it down to one of those days. We still got a clean sheet, we still come away with a point, and then you just hope that the players come in not too down, because it's the players that have set such a high standard with their performances, with their work rate, with everything they've done since day one, and when they did come back in, they were really, really lively, really happy and ready to go to work. And that's all we asked after the game, is that when we come back in, that's forgot about, because we've got another big game next week, which we always do anyway, and they come in and have been great this week.
How do you view Montrose away tomorrow? Obviously, the last time we were there, it was our only league defeat of the season, so we know it's a tough venue, but on another day, that day, we could have picked something up as well, so we must go in with a bit of confidence and belief as well.
Yeah, we've played them 3 times now, and they've all been very tough games. Yeah. The 2 here have been really tough. The one up there, out of the 3 of them, I believe, was probably our best performance, and I know that sounds... We beat them 2-0 here, we beat them 1-0 here, and we lost 2-0 up there, but we were pretty good that day, and that's what I mean. And sometimes in football, you don't always get what you deserve. Had we won that game, then I think Montrose would have said we could have, or we were worthy of that victory. In the end, they took 2 chances, so they fully deserved that day. But I don't think we can look into any of those. It still hurts me that that's the only game we've lost. It'd be nice to be sitting here saying that we've not lost any, but that's football, it's the way it works. But we put that to the side, and we go up there, we work as hard as we can, and we'll pick a team, and we'll go with a team that we believe can put on a good performance, and with that good performance we hope brings a positive result.
And in terms of team news, any update on Joe Chalmers, Matty Todd, Rhys Breen?
Yeah, Joe's great. Joe's been fantastic since he come back in. Ribs can be a bit of an issue, but no, Joe's been fine all this week. Matty's touch and go. We'll give him to tomorrow morning and see how he is. And it's a dead leg. It's one of those ones that can be 2 or 3 days. It can be 2 or 3 weeks. Just on the time that they get rid of the bleeding. And Breeny's touch and go as well. We'll have a wee he'll get assessed again this afternoon, and we'll make a call on that later today. So we're hoping to be going up there with a fully fit squad. If not, then we've got plenty of strength and depth.
And as we all know, the kick-off time changed tomorrow due to the Scotland game being on, but that won't deter Dunfermline supporters going there in big numbers, and that must be really encouraging that no matter what's going on, they're always going to be back in the team.
Yeah, and I was at a supporters meeting last night, which was great actually, and hearing their views on different things. Great to be involved in it, and I was told if our kick-off was 4 in the morning and not 4 in the afternoon, the buses would still be full, just with the way they're following us. So it's fantastic. We know that. We speak about it every week, and rightly so, because they get right behind us. And when we go away and go to these types of grounds, it's similar to Kelty, Queen of the South, where there's not so much Queens now, but Kelty, where there's loads of standing room. Up at Montrose, there's standing room, and it gives you that special wee atmosphere. And I'm looking forward to walking out tomorrow and seeing that big away support again, and they'll push the boys on. They'll get right behind the team as long as we turn up and give everything for the club and the badge.
I'm kind of harping back to your first answer here, but you're talking about the support of the fans, and as you said, we've mentioned it throughout the course of the season in all our interviews, but it's also the support of the whole club that's kind of helped you and Dave make that decision to sign on for longer. I just wondered if you wanted to mention anybody else or speak specifically about that.
Yeah, massively. Look, there's in it again. You get the congratulations, you get the press release. It's me and Dave that signed the new deal, but without the people that are working here, and I said on the official website yesterday, I don't put it in a scale from certain people to the board or whatever. We all know that there's a chain of command or whatever you want to call it at football clubs. That's or any business for that matter. But the support we've had since the day we come in has been incredible. I obviously at the start, Dave was still employed by Dundee, so for maybe a week and a half I came in on my own, and I had never met Monty. So, and if we go back to that, I was in the crutches and a knee brace as well, so I needed a lot of help, to be honest. And the help he's given myself, Dave, and everyone has been great. He's now on the bench with us, and he's fantastic. Martin obviously worked with me at Dundee at under 18s, at reserve level, and then at first team level. So having that, and then obviously Dave being in as well. I think it's well known now that the two of us we're a management team. It's not any like I said in terms of a chain of command. It's a management team, and I include the rest of the staff in that as well. Andy's been fantastic. Like we've got, and I'm conscious not to mention everyone because I know I'll miss someone out. Like I've been here before and I've went back and read stuff and I've been annoyed with myself. But like for the day we come in, or for the day I met Thomas, Nick, and David, to the day I come in here and Mo was here to meet me on the first day along with Monty, and then like, just the media team, everything's been fantastic. And people will say it's easy to sit here and say that because we're doing okay, we've won a few games, but I mean from the very start we felt welcomed, we felt the encouragement from people, and I'm not naive. I know I wouldn't have been the first person on everyone's list or even on MD's list to be the manager of this football club, but I backed myself along with the staff to come in and just work as hard as we can. That's all I could guarantee, and that was good enough for the board, and the board made a huge commitment at the start as well, because part of it was we had to get Dave out of Dundee, which we managed to do, so they showed that their commitment there to myself and Dave by doing that, which was a huge confidence boost at the start for both of us. And then, but there's so many people that we believe are all pulling in the one direction, and then you include the 7,000 that were there against 7,500 that were there against Falkirk, the 2.5 that go to away games when grounds are big enough to hold 2.5. You include all of them, and it's a collective effort. And then the important ones are the players. Without the players, we're all frustrated and we're all annoyed every weekend. But when you've got a group of players that you know you've got a guarantee from, they'll just go out and work as hard as they can. They'll give everything they can, and And what's been really pleasing, and I know we've touched on it before, but the pleasing is unselfish stuff like and it's hard to do. I've been a player, but when you see that the picture when you've got Reece Breen, Maka, and Joe Chalmers, and then Hammy further on, you see the video of Hammy. I'm going back to the Airdrie game here, but you remember in that game we took 2 of those players off inside 20 minutes, and we took another 2 off, and you win the game. But to see that spirit there, like, there's been the goal out there, and I'm just talking about certain moments that would class as unselfish moments, but I suppose it comes as team spirit. When we score the goal against Falkirk and the subs are running from one end of the pitch, some of them are running, and look, at times you'd say maybe stay relaxed and calm, but when you actually watch it back, it just shows a real togetherness. And then for me, the best part of that night, away from the result, was when the fans are singing the Dennis Mehmet song. Like, it's a song my kids know now because the fans were singing that. So look, it's not just. It's hard to pinpoint why it feels so good to be working here, but it's just, for me, it's a spirit within the full club. For the medical staff, to the ground staff, Margaret, who's fantastic with us every single day, right to board level, Mo, Sammy, the media team. I'm going to miss some out, look, and hopefully the person I've missed out knows that I'm missing them out because they know just how much we appreciate them. And then every single fan that keeps coming, because there has been bad afternoons, bad evenings this season, and there'll continue to be that, I'm sure, because that's football. But all we can promise to keep doing is giving 100%, and at the minute, that's what every single member that works at this football club, every volunteer that comes to this football club, and the important too, the fans and the players, that's what they're doing every single week. So if we continue to do that, then we believe we'll continue to help this club progress.